in your state.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And he's also a formidable, political gladiator from your state.
This is what?
A formidable
opponent.
Former governor, former speaker.
Where did you get the assessment from?
Okay. My question is, how does that make you feel? How is that going to? Do you think that might affect the Rainbow Coalition? That's one leg. The other is you are the national leader of the PDP.
Yes.
You are supporting Mr. President.
Yes.
How do you intend sharing that support?
Okay.
Between President Tinubu and Sandy Ono.
Okay.
And then
you do it. Okay.
Would it be fair to say?
No, it's okay. Isn't that
two questions?
Is still part of the second question.
Yeah.
Wouldn't people see that as a kind of political polygamy?
Okay, I've never heard of that political polygamy. Now, let me start from the first one about the Amaechi being the running mate to Atiku. Sometimes, you see, let me tell you, and I've come to know that indeed it will be difficult for Atiku to be president. In all the calculations or the calculation he makes, if you are choosing a vice presidential candidate, a running mate, I'm sure the only factor that has made him to choose a mate, I'm sure, may be financial. Maybe financial. If it's in terms of bringing vote to support him, he's dead on arrival.
Rotimi Amaechi is a former governor, former minister.
Hold on.
He has a
hold on. I was Minister of State. He was governor. He couldn't put a governor. Yes. I defeated him very well. He has never won elections since after 2011 when I was the DG of the campaign. Never. He was the DG of Buhari in 2015. Buhari, he was governor. Buhari did not get 25%. He was the DG in 2019 when he was Minister of Super A. Buhari did not get 25%. He supported Atiku in 2023. Atiku did not get 15%. Now, let me tell you, where is he an asset? To Rivers State and South South. The mere fact that you're a former governor makes you an asset. You must be a former governor that still have the following, the followers. You must say when you are a minister, what do you bring on table to the people of your state? What do you bring? As a minister, what did your government then do that you can say that impacted life of Rivers people? You must say so. So it's not about, I was a former this, I was a former that. Now let me tell you, in the South, which state will it have impact? Remember, and that's why we say, the way we are, Nigerians will forget. This was the same man just 1 month ago who said the ADC primary is now irregularity, corruption. How can we talk about removing a government that we are saying that rig election and then we are rigging an election? The same man that is benefiting from the corruption, from irregularities of the same system. And we don't talk, and that's one thing. Anytime you see, when we also, you buy in, so that becomes an asset. A man who said that this thing is corrupt, that there's irregularities, it didn't go well. The same time now, you have accepted to be part of that irregularity. 2, when Jonathan was president, from the South Side, wanted to run for second term, Amaechi came out on national television and said he kicked him out not to be second. Now, a South Side person wanting to go for second term, you were proud, you kicked him out. Now South Side will be happy. He used to be vice president. I mean, you see, you think that people have forgotten. You came out to say it, I'm not the one who. Proudly, we kicked him out of the place. Kicked their own brother out, not to do second time. They want them to kick you in. revised what was his role in the controversial removal of the former CJN? Onage. You were proud that we had to remove Onage from the South. What was his offense? This is the time the people of the South will ask you a question. Are you back? Mr. VP. Mr. VP, you are back. Now, look at Tinubu. If for nothing in rivers, that we can today no longer by sea, by road to go to Bonny. It's not about you come, you touch hand here, you come, you touch hand. He came and said, look, this road has become so political road. The people of rivers. If there's one thing I would do, you will not go by sea again to Bonny. Today, everybody now drives to Bonny. Go and see. He has not extended it again. Never in the history of River State, till 1999, of those who claim to be very close to president, have we had the kind of appointment we have had in River State? Never. Some people were close to Obasanjo. Some people were close to Jonathan. Some people were close to Buhari. Let them come and tell Rivers people, what did we get? So, Rainbow is too. I'm coming there. Yes.
Let me just, sorry. With the Rainbow, excuse me, with the Rainbow Coalition, what kind of advantage are you going to?
I'm concerned that I don't lose. Right. I don't know whether you are supporting them. So let me finish this. Now, the point I'm making is, I say, this is the time of Operation Share Your Report card. Rivers people. See, when I was Minister of Transport, I was close to late Buhari. I was able to use my influence, my friendship with him, to do this for Rivers people. You must tell us. Me, I can say Rivers people, my support for Tinubu, for the first time, we never thought we would be Minister of FCT. We are.
Isn't that personal?
No, it's not. I'm from Rivers.
Okay.
It's an achievement. Yes, whether you don't like it or not. Two. Having supported Tinubu, look at the number of appointments. How many DGs and EDs? Let me tell you. We have DG of NOSNA. We have DG of one environmental something. We have DG of the community. We have chairman of the South Side Development Commission. We have the executive director of project. We have ED finance administrator of NDDC. Name them. Chairman of government can name them. Name them. And then you now come. You want to be VP. What will VP give to us now? You see, you must have to. When you were governor, what happened to the Caribbean White Hospital? What happened to the monorail? So many fundamental questions to ask. So don't tell me because it's rivers. What does that mean? Somebody must come from somewhere, but it must be asset to your people. You now talk about the PDP. Was I not in PDP 2023 when I said I would support Tinubu? Did I hide it? You see, that's why people like us, you should praise us. We don't play to the corner. We don't say this is black in the night. In the daytime, it becomes.
Talk about not playing to the corner.
No, the point I'm making. No, I said so. Now, the PDP had a crisis. I have always said, PDP cannot win presidential election now. All we are doing is to win some sub-national seats. To organize the party against 2031. We must be very, very clear to people. So I don't like people who think that you just election that he must win. No.
So how fair is it
What
that
is fair?
you're clearly saying that if you are a candidate of the PDP, you should be content with not winning this time
That's
around?
not what I'm saying. See, it's not,
Because that's the interpretation that
it's not interpretation. You should tell yourself the simple truth. Can I tell you something? Don't be one of those who will not prepare for exam. You enter exam hall. You say, God, I'm your daughter. God, I'm your son. When you do not read, then you expect as you enter exam. That's when you say, Almighty God, you are the one who brought me here. For a remove shame from me, and then the answers will start coming. You don't do that. You must have to prepare yourself. Being a president is not to come out today, I want to run to be a president. No. Do you know what you talk about Nigeria, 774 local governments? Do you know what I'm talking about?
PDP has been in existence.
Why not? That's what I have said before. I said so. I said, look, you were able to you didn't put yourself together. We have crisis. And you cannot wake up within 6 months to be president of the country.
All right, let me quickly ask you this question before we get sidetracked again.
Yes.
We can't have this conversation without talking about what's happening in Rivers State. And your chat the other day on Saturday, and your comment about Fubara and him being his own architect of his own problems. You know, and even though your message, it seemed, was to say bygones. Let's bygones. The interpretation there seems very different. A lot of persons are saying this is just a confirmation that you are in charge of things happening in Rivers State. Would you like to clarify what you meant?
We don't like the truth. Tell yourself. I didn't say I'm happy. All I said, he wouldn't have been in that position if he did not, walk away from the group.
But you called him the biggest loser.
What did I say? He wouldn't have been in that position. First of all, let me tell you why. I was the one who laid foundation that look. I flagged up the ring road. And I said that day, if you complete this ring road, nobody will stop.
That's the second time endorsement.
How do you endorse somebody more than that?
So you wanted him to do a second term?
Naturally, you have to build a system. It's from our political structure. What I don't like people talk here, every time they say, Godfather, who talks about God? There's nowhere in this world, whether in Republican, whether in the Democratic Party, you have groups. Trump had his own group to make sure they take over the Republican Party. Every group will have its own leader. That does not make you a godfather. Every group will have its own leader to say that, look, we are pursuing this to take over the mantle of leadership. And when that happens, and you succeed, and then you say, look, don't delay. I came as governor. I had crisis. When I came as governor, there was nothing. There was not even pillowcase in government house. But when I was living as governor, in fact, when I came, I had to borrow a vehicle from the former governor of Ondo, Mimiko, this parade vehicle. Nobody kept anywhere. I didn't have one vehicle. But before I left as governor, I packed up from government house 1.5 years. I didn't know federal government had it. I bought vehicles both for the governor, both for the deputy governor, both for the wife of the governor. I did that. I did not say, hey, somebody has, nobody prepared me. But somebody had laid foundation. Look, this is where I stopped. If we continue this way, our dream is to be able to compete with Lagos. What is wrong with that? Now, I'm coming. And somebody comes, and that's why you have to be careful. Those who didn't want you to be governor now became your friends. Obviously, they will destroy you. Thinking that coming closer to you is to fight us. And at the end of the fight, I have not lost anything. What have I lost? Not what I'm making. What have I lost? No. But you have lost. Because your intention was to go for second term. Is it not correct? And you are not going. If those of us who love him, that's why we feel so bad.
So you love him?
Why would, if I don't love him, why would I put him? Why would I support him? That's the point I'm making. So that's why I said, look, of all these things now, who have lost? Ordinarily, you wouldn't have put yourself in this point. And let me tell you, there was a time we all thought, we all agreed. So look, can we allow bygone to be bygone? But something fundamental came up in politics. We all met. They said, look, if we allow this now, there are those who are here who want to see that we are no longer politically relevant. What do we do? Two, there are external forces who want to hijack River State. Should not allow them to hijack River State. There are those who see River State as a cash cow. I can tell you so many things happened. There are people, even some senior advocates of Nigeria, who you will never believe in this world, can play that kind of role, who are virtually living with us in government. Virtually living with us in government. When this thing happened, they were so bitter. This so young man would never believe this boy is a betrayer. Do you know what happened? Overnight, some assaulted. Started giving the governor wrong advice. Don't worry, the law says this. The law didn't say this. They were sending them our aircraft. Then they would relax in the jet. Put your leg like this. So then they've achieved. So Fubara continuously being there, they begin to exert that kind of influence. We say no, this cash cow must end now. You won't have it again. Take as much as you can, but you have to stop next year. Ordinarily, we have sat down and we have to look.
Are you going to help him rebuild his political future? Because now he's not coming for his second term.
No. You see,
and you say
let me tell you. Look, you see, I'm a realistic person. I'm a human being. I worked hard. Look, when I say I worked hard, at the time people were saying, "Are you sure he's well?" See the way he's looking. I worked hard. There was a time that EFCC came at the airport to arrest him. There was nothing that was not done to see that he never ran for that governorship election. We did everything humanly possible to say, no, we will not allow this. And so these people came back to say, listen, sir, yes, we are seeing the dominion. Yes, it's like you have made up your mind to let him go back, since the president back. But sir, do you consider the political future of these young men? Do you consider? And you see, that's why I say you have to be realistic. And I have to go back. And I thought over it. I said, look, you see, be careful. Because those vampires are still there. The moment you make this mistake again and allow it, all those of you that have this structure is gone. The vampires will not eat you well. And with this is grave. As you are now, are you going to dig a grave? You can't dig a grave.
He's remorseful now because the last statement he made was even warning people around him not to set him up against you.
I tell you what we have done. He made that statement, even though he didn't speak to me, but no problem. We have set up a committee led by Senator Magnus Sabi to go and see the governor. It's okay. How do we integrate everybody? Not only him. Okay. There are those two who...
Dissenting voices, yes.
So if we don't mean it, we won't do that. Okay. Look at the powerful committee.
So you are going to find space for him within the Rainbow Coalition?
This question is unnecessary. I said here, led by Senator Magnus Abe.
Who are you
so
picking
lead
as?
a committee.
Yes.
To go, and I got a text from Senator Magnus this morning that I have met with the governor.
Okay.
And governor has given them date within the week, so time to come. So for us,
it's progress.
it is progress that we are making for the interest of the state. Now, you talk about the Rainbow Coalition. Let me tell you something. Before now, you were hearing rivers of blood. I'm sure you were happy.
No.
No. If you are not happy, you are supporting the Rainbow Coalition. Before now, you will be seeing now this election coming. PDP, APC will be fighting. These are the two major political parties. Don't forget any other one now. Forget. Anybody can say anything they want to say, but when the time reaches.
Who is the coalition picking as its candidates?
You don't worry, you will see what we are saying. Now, people, let me tell you, people wanted